Hi, welcome to yoga. Today's yoga is going to be, I'm calling it a Get Fit with Yoga or Yoga Get Fit. Folks ask me what I do to stay in shape a lot of times, and I like to do a variety of things just by nature of what I'm doing right now. Yoga and probably HIIT, different high intensity intervals, are my primary means of staying in shape. But one of the things I love about yoga is that it's so versatile. It can be restorative and slow, calming. It can be fun and funky and fast-paced. You can add resistance training, weights, some strength stuff to it, and spice it up that way. So that's sort of what we're going to do today. We're going to use lots of basic yoga poses, but add some resistance in there if you like. You don't have to add anything. You can do this workout without anything at all. If you have access to resistance bands, I'm going to use just a medium strength because what we're going to be doing is some work with the legs, so we need something that's got quite a bit of flexibility. So if you have bands, don't get your heaviest. You might go for a medium weight. I have just some light 2-pound weights to add a little bit when we do some arm stuff. Again, you can do this whole thing without any weights at all, or you could grab some water bottles if you want, or just some cans, anything to hold to give you a little extra resistance. So let's begin on our mats. We're going to just warm up here a little bit at first, but there'll be some work in our warm up as well. We're going to start on our backs, your head on the mat, and knees bent, feet about hip distance apart. Actually, let's bring them a little wider. You can bring them as wide as the edges of your mat if you like. Just take a moment, windshield wiper your legs left and right. It can be a slow movement, fast movement, big or small, whatever feels good to you. And when you're ready, we're going to bring the arms wide out to either side of the body. And then bring those wipers back into play. And as you bring the legs to the right next time, just let your legs fall all the way to the right of your mat. You can take your gaze to the left hand if you wish. Bring yourself into a little bit of a twist here. Just take a moment to notice your breath. Take some nice deep breaths. Thanks for joining me, by the way. I miss you guys that I can't practice with in person right now. I'm looking forward to being able to see you guys again, but it excites me that some of you are watching videos and keeping up with things on your mat, maybe even adding to your practice, trying some different things. Bring those knees back to center, your gaze to center. We're going to let the legs then fall to the left, your gaze to the right. Same thing here, nice deep breaths. Inhale, bring those knees back to center, bridge pose. Your head rests on the floor. I've got a hair clip, so my hair clip's in the way, but your head rests on the floor. Knees below, knees right above, rather, your heels. Your knees and your heels hip distance apart. Arms can stay wide, actually, or you can bring them in alongside the body, palms down. You might just experiment here and see what you like. Press through the bottoms of the feet, lift your hips. As you exhale, take the hips back to the mat. Inhale, once again, lift those hips. You might go a little higher each time. Exhale, take the hips back to the mat. Your breath pace, just continue to lift and lower. Think about pressing through the bottoms of the feet as if you're pressing the ground away from your body. Think about rotating your thighs inward, keeping your knees lined up with your hips. The next time you lift those hips, let's keep them high if you like. Let's go ahead and bring the arms in. If they were wide, bring those arms in alongside your body. You can lift them to the balls of your feet, lift your heels from the mat if you wish. Stay right there, or if you like, take your right foot into the air and just pulse it for a moment. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Take that left foot into the air if you want. If not, just keep both feet on the ground. And pulse it here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Bring those feet back to the ground. Take a moment from the inside, grab both ankles, a little modified happy baby here. Roll it left and right if you like. Rock it left and right. Pull those ankles a little bit closer to you, get a little openness in the hips. And let's release the ankles. Dead bug pose, those of you that are used to practicing with me. Backs are on the ground, knees bent, 90-degree bend in the knees. Reach your hands toward the sky, your fingertips reaching toward the air, and then put a 90-degree bend in the arms. So your palms face one another, your forearms parallel to one another. And as you inhale, let's extend alternating arm and leg. So as you inhale, take your right hand back, for example, your left foot forward. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, extend your opposite arm and leg. So continuing to alternate opposite arms and legs each time. You can lift your head from the mat here, scooping your belly button, press that lower back into the mat, or you can keep the head on the mat, whatever you like. If you want to take this a step further, extend both arms, both legs at the same time. You're pressing that lower back into the mat, really engaging that core. We don't want to feel strain in the lower back. If you do, you might go back to alternating rather than both at the same time. The lower you're taking those legs toward the ground without touching the ground, the more work you're finding there. 2 more times. And this time, pull it in. Wrap those arms around the knees for a moment. Your shins, again, rock side to side if you like. Let's try one more core move here. If you notice with knees bent, my back is flat on the floor, your back flat on the floor. The further I take those knees away from my body, I can feel that arch creating there in my back, a little arch between my back and the mat. So what I want to do, I'm going to lift my head, press that lower back into the ground. If you need to, you can bring your hands here below your bottom to give you a little extra support. You can rest the head once again on the ground or raise it. To me, it helps to raise it, to scoop in that belly, press that back into the mat. If you're feeling strain in your lower back, pull your legs back in a little bit. You want to keep the legs as straight as you can. I'm calling this hollow core. We're hollowing out our core here, scooping in the belly. And we're just going to flutter the feet. But again, if there's any strain in the lower back, bring your head back to the mat. You can pull those knees in a little bit, put some bend in the knees. If not, just hollow out your core. Keep your belly scooped in here. Let's count it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Bring it back in. We're going to do one more core move. I think I said that a while ago. One more for right now. Again, let's take those legs back out. So same thing. You can keep the head on the mat. You can lift the head. You're scooping in that belly button, pressing the back, lower back into the mat. If you feel any strain, keep those hands here under your bottom. You can keep your head on the mat, and you'll put some bend in the knees. If you can straighten the legs a little more without feeling that strain in the back, lower back, you want to do so. This time we're going to bring the arms out to the side as long as you're not feeling that strain. If so, just keep them back in. If you're feeling any strain into the lower back, you'll just hold there. If you can bring arms out, you're going to bring arms out and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Pull it in. You can feel that in the core. And let's bring it to seated. You can rock to seated if you like, or just roll over and come to a seated position. Little upper body stretch here. Let's take the arms into the air, stretch up. On your exhale, take your right hand back, bring your left to the opposite knee. Lengthen the spine on the inhale, twist on the exhale. Look over that right shoulder. And your next inhale, bring those hands into the air, stretch up. Exhale, left hand back right to the opposite knee. Again, grow a little taller on your inhale. Look over that left shoulder on the exhale. Staying here 5 to 8 breaths. Inhale, hands back to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's bring it to tabletop. Wrists below your shoulders, knees below the hips. Fingertips spread nice and wide, little cat-cow. Inhale, belly sinks, chest open, look up. Exhale, round that back, draw the belly button toward the navel, chin to chest. Inhale, belly drops. This feels good after a core work a while ago. Exhale, round the back, draw that belly button in. Inhale, chest open, belly sinks. Exhale, bring your gaze toward your navel, drop the tailbone. Couple more times your breath pace. As you're ready, we'll meet up in a neutral tabletop. And from that neutral tabletop, I'm going to back up a little bit so I can stay on my mat. Keep the hips where they are, right over the knees. Lower those forearms to the ground. Let the chest melt toward the mat. Bring your forehead to rest on the mat. Puppy pose. We're walking the hands forward. You feel an immediate and really good stretch in the shoulders. If it's too much, bring those hands back in. If you want more stretch, walk those hands toward the top of your mat. Couple more breaths. And exhale, stretch it out in child's pose. Bring those big toes together. You're going to create a little more space between the knees. Just let your belly, your torso sink toward the ground. Chest melting toward the mat. Once again, rest that forehead on the mat. 3 to 5 breaths here. Arms anywhere you like. And nice job. Bring it back up to tabletop. We're going to get that band. I'm going to place the band around my 2 ankles and come back to tabletop. A little bit of glute work. Tabletop again, your wrist below your shoulders. Hips are right over the knees. Knees are hip width apart. So I'm just starting with my toes here on the ground. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you on the left side first so you can see that side better. I'm going to lift the foot. Actually, let's take it to the side first. I'm going to take that foot out to the side. Fire hydrant, if you will. Bring it back down. Take it up. Down, out, down, up. And let me just experiment and see if this works any better with the band around the arch of my foot. I don't want it to flip on you guys. I think I like that better. So let's start with your right leg. Let's bring the band around your left ankle, the arch of your right foot. So again, if you're using a band, you don't have to. If you don't have a band, don't worry about it. You don't have to have a band for this. You can do the same work without a band. That's just going to give you a little extra resistance. If you've got your band around your left ankle, the arch of your right foot. And let's go ahead and start. We're going to take that right leg out to the side fire hydrant, touch that knee to ground or let it hover, back up to the sky. As you bring it up, press that heel into the air. Out to the side fire hydrant, back down, take that heel up. So not a fast movement. We're worried about the work. We're not trying to do it fast. Out, down, up, down. Let's do 4 more. Out, down, up, down. Out, down, up, down. 2 more. Out, down, up, down. Last one. Out, down, up, down. Keep the band right where it is. Push that right heel toward the ceiling. Band is still around your left ankle, your right arch. And push, 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 push. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Set the band, just take it off of that right foot. It can stay around your left ankle if you want. Come to your forearms. Left hip is still over your left knee. Extend that right foot, point the toe. I'm going to make little circles here. I'm just drawing little circles with my right foot. Let's count it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Bring that in. My glutes feeling it. Hopefully yours is too. Let's switch the band. Let's put it around your right ankle, your left arch. We're going to do that same thing on the other side. So you can actually see this a little better. Again, shoulders right above your wrist. Knees are right below your hips. And let's go ahead. We're going to take it out to the side fire hydrant, bring it back down, and then take that heel toward the ceiling. So take it out, down, up, down, out, down, up, down. Keep going. As you take it out, try to bring that thigh as close to parallel to ground as you can. As you kick it up, you're pressing through that heel. Imagine stomping on that wall up above, the ceiling up above you with your heel. We've got 3 more. Take it out, down, up, down, out, down, up, down. 1 more, out, down, up, down. So take that heel back toward the ceiling. We're going to pulse it out and pulse, 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 pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Take the band off your left foot. Bring those forearms to the ground. Right hip is still over my right knee. Extend that left leg. Point the toe. We're going to make little circles with our foot. Start to rotate. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Sit it back in child's pose for just a moment, long enough to stretch it out. Couple breaths. And come to seated. Keep those bands on, or if you don't have a band, same thing. You can do this without a band. We're going to sit back on our elbows here, just a reclined position. Elbows and arms fairly close to the body. I'm just going to be taking this band and just like I'm marching it out or pedaling. And again, if you don't have the band, you can do the same thing without the band. You're still feeling the work. Your core is engaged. Keep those shoulders out of the ears. Nice, slow, controlled movement. Feet are flexed. Just bringing it in and out. I'm going to put my band back on. Keep going. Pedal it out. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lie back down. 1 more set of flutter kicks. We did some flutter kicks in the beginning. So again, think about pressing your lower back into the mat, scooping in that belly. You can lift your head from the ground or keep it on the ground. Hands here below your booty if you need a little extra support. If you don't need that, they can rest beside you. And let's just flutter the legs for a moment. Scooping that belly. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Bring those knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Let's bring it back to seated. Going to do some arm work in our yoga flow. Your first down dog, and then we'll do a little up dog stretch. I'm just checking our time. Shoulders over your wrist. Once again, fingertips nice and wide. As you're ready, just come into your first down dog. So you can start from a plank position if you like. And then take those hips high and back. Drive the heels toward the ground. Think about finding length here from your wrist to your hips. You can put a bend in one knee and then the other. Walk it out. You can stretch out your toes. Press through the mat with the hands. Imagine those hips going back and high toward the top of that wall behind you. As you're ready, let's come forward to plank. And then just drop those knees. Let's take an up dog for a moment after that core work. Wrist below your shoulders. Just stretch out your belly. Keep the shoulders back and down away from your ears so we're not sagging there, but we're keeping strong shoulders, keeping a lifted position. You can lift the chin a bit. Just stretch out that front line of the body. And as you're ready, flip the feet. Once again, down dog. Take those hips back and high. Lengthen wrist to hips. Couple sun salutations. Your inhale, take a peek forward. Your exhale, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take those hands high. Reach up, stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Step or jump back to plank. Lower into chaturanga. Keep those shoulders at or above the elbows. You can drop the knees to the ground if you like there. Inhale to up dog as you're ready. Flip the feet. Exhale to down dog. One more sun salutation. Inhale, take a peek forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands high, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, take those hands high once again. Let's stay there on your exhale. Your next inhale, give it a little bit of a back bend. Find some arch in the lower back. Bring your gaze to your fingertips. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, forward fold. On the inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, plant those hands, step back to plank. Flow through your vinyasa. Again, option to drop knees to the ground, lower the chest. Press through the mat, up dog. As you're ready, flip those feet, down dog. If you don't have your weights handy, if you want to use your weights, water bottles, whatever, just take a moment, grab those. I'll hang out in down dog while you're getting whatever. Your next inhale, let's take that right foot into the air. Exhale, sweep it forward. We're going to grab those weights. Your inhale, warrior two. Pivot and plant your back foot. Widen the arms to a T. Shoulders are over hips here. Fairly neutral spine. Strong lower body. I'm pushing down through my legs and feet. Mostly the heel in the front, the outer edge of my back foot. I'm going to flip the palms. As you exhale, bring the palms together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring them together. Inhale wide. One more time. Just follow your breath pace. And flip those palms. Your next exhale, side angle pose. Bring that right forearm to rest on the thigh. As you inhale, bring that left arm up and over. Side angle, same foundation. Pressing into the heel of the front foot. Back edge, outer edge of that back foot. Front knee just above the ankle. If it's too far forward, widen your stance. If weights become too much at any point, just drop your weights. Take that left hand straight up into the air. And as you exhale, bring it forward. Inhale up. Forward and up. Forward. Up. One more time. Forward and up. This time, take it down, just parallel to ground. And up, 3 more times. Down and up. Down and up. One more time. I love this little weight work for those spine muscles and your shoulders. Nice shoulder definition here. Your next exhale, let's pull the hands in. We're going to rotate the hips forward, square those hips with the front of the mat. Take those hands into the air, high lunge. You can stay in the ball of your back foot. We're just going to pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time to get a little stretch. Take those hands to the ground, drop your weight. Pull that back foot in just a little bit. I've got that back foot angled about 45 degrees, front foot still facing the front of the mat. Straighten that front leg. On your inhale, we're going to take that right hand high. A block would be nice here. I didn't think to get mine. If you've got a block, you can use a block. Right hand to the sky, revolve triangle. Exhale, we're going to bring that hand back to ground. Just get a good hamstring stretch here. Both legs as straight as you can make them. Front foot facing the front of the mat. Your back foot is angled. Your next exhale, put a bend in the front leg. Grab those weights one more time. Inhale, reverse. Take that right hand over the head. Your left behind the back or at the thigh. Just hold and stretch it out there for a moment. Deep bend still in the right leg. Your right thigh, if you can, parallel to ground. Pulling your core up and in. And exhale, release. We're going to come into goddess pose or a wide-legged squat. Let your knees and toes track out, knees tracking over toes. Find a nice wide squat here. Think about bringing your shoulders over your hips as best you can. So not a squat like we use a lot of times in workouts, but try to keep a flat or straight back here as best you can, shoulders over hips. Arms to cactus, and we're going to do some pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do 8 more here in a moment. If you want to lift those heels from the ground, you can put them back down at any point. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Bring those heels back to the ground. Come back to a standing position. Step to the top of the mat. Feet can be hip width apart or close together if you like. Inhale, take those hands high. If you still got your weights, that's fine. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. You're going to drop your weights there on the inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, plant those hands, step back to plank, float to your vinyasa. As you're ready, take a moment to drop to child's pose for just a moment. Stretch it out, grab you a sip of water, whatever you need. Just take a moment, stretch, catch your breath. Again, grab a sip of water. We're going to do that same thing on the left side. So I'm going to actually turn and face this side of the mat so that when I'm working with you guys, you'll be able to see me most of the time. You can stay positioned as you are. Let's start from a down dog. Inhale, take that left foot into the air. As you exhale, sweep it forward. Grab your weights. Inhale, pivot and plant that back foot. Widen those arms to a T. Again, shoulders over hips, fairly neutral spine. Front knees just above my ankle. Can widen my stance if it goes too far forward. Back foot angled. And let's flip those palms. As you exhale, bring palms together. Inhale, widen. Just find your breath pace here. Together on the exhale. Inhale, bring it wide. So notice your shoulders. I don't want my shoulders scrunched up toward my ears. I want to keep my shoulders soft even though my arms are active and working. Flip those palms back. Your exhale, bring the left forearm to the thigh. Inhale, reach that right arm up and over, side angle. Hang out here for just a moment. Think about a straight line from your right hand to your right heel. When you're ready on an inhale, take that right hand straight up into the air. As you exhale, bring it forward. Inhale up. And let's do 3 more. Take it forward, up, forward, up. One more, forward, up. This time bring it down right in front of you, parallel to ground. Hold it right there and take it up and lower, parallel to ground, up and lower. Nice controlled movements. Up when you're ready, back down. You can feel the burn in your shoulders likely. One more. It's amazing what you can feel just from these small weights. Go ahead on the exhale, bring those in. We're going to come into that high lunge, so pivot the hips squared up to the top of the mat. Take those hands into the air and pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Take those weights to the ground. Going to pull in that back foot just a bit. Back foot angled, straighten the front leg. Woo, feel that stretch? Right hand stays at ground, left hand high. Revolve triangle. Use a block there if you've got a block. Your exhale, both hands to ground. Just stretch it out. Arms anywhere you like. Nice deep breaths. And on the exhale, bring hands back to the ground. Grab those weights. Put a bend in the front leg. Inhale, reverse warrior. Take your left hand over your head. Let your right come behind the back or at the thigh. I like talking about the contrast in this pose. You're grounding down through your legs and feet. Imagine energy extending down through the legs and feet. You're pulling the core up and in, and obviously lifting in the upper body. Exhale, release. Let's come into that wide-legged squat. Same thing. We're going to do those pulses. This time, if you want to lift your heels the whole time, you can. If you want to stay flat-footed the whole time, you can. Knees tracking over feet. Arms to cactus. You can also just keep them here if you want, or lose your weights at any time. If you wish to lift the heels, lift those heels. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Lower those heels. Come to the top of the mat and bring my plans with me. Let's keep the weights with us for a moment, just like we did a while ago. Bring those arms into the air on the inhale. Bring your weights together. Just interlace the fingers enough to hold the weights together. Just take a moment, sway left and right. Feet can be hip width apart or a little closer if you like. Just get a good side bend here. And as you're ready, we'll come back to center, meet at center. Inhale, we're going to stretch up. Exhale, bring those hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Drop those weights and let's hang out in our forward fold for a moment. Lots of variations of forward fold. You can take ragdoll, hands to opposite elbows, and just hang there. Let your head hang heavy. Some of you like something a little more active. Sometimes this is referred to as gorilla pose. Put a bend in the knees, bring your chest, your belly to your thighs. You can even reach behind your heels or stand on your hands, put the hands in front of the feet, your toes to your wrist. If you're trying this, try to hide those arms behind your heels, and you're just beginning to straighten the legs as you keep your belly pressed to your thighs. Head hangs heavy here as well too. Any variation of forward fold, you can stay right there in that ragdoll. When you're ready, you'll release. Let's just hang there a couple more breaths. Just let your arms dangle. Shake it out if you like. You might shake the head left and right, or yes and no. When you're ready, let's come to a flat back position. Look forward. Exhale, plant those hands, bend the knees, step back to plank. Let's flow through your vinyasa. take fallen star here. A little stretch in our down dog. We'll transition to a pose here. Inhale, let's take the right foot into the air. As you exhale, put a bend in that knee, bring it towards your left elbow, and then straighten the leg. Just bring the outside of the foot to the mat. You can stay there. Make sure your right shoulder's above your right wrist. If you choose, take that left hand into the air. As you're ready, bring that hand back to ground. We'll sweep that knee in and kick it high. And exhale, down dog. Same thing with the left leg. Let's kick that left leg into the air. Exhale, bring the left knee toward the elbow. Straighten that leg. Rest the left foot on the outside of the mat. Inhale as you're ready. Right hand into the air. Exhale back to the ground. Pull that left knee in and kick it high. Exhale, down dog. Couple breaths there, and we'll meet up in child's pose as you're ready. Stretch it out for a moment. As you're ready, let's slide forward to plank. We're not finished. We got a little more work to do. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, take a peek forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take your hands high. Exhale, let's find your chair pose. Bend the knees, dip those hips. Peek down, see if you can see your toes. You can keep your hands here. You can bring them into heart center or even sweep them back behind you. I'm going to keep them here so I can see you guys for one. If you can't see your toes, bring a little bend out of the knees. So notice my back. You want a fairly neutral spine. It's on a diagonal, but if you feel like you've got a lot of curve in the lower back, take some of that out. Keep your spine as neutral as you can there. Most of the weight's in your heels. If you can see my toes, you can raise your toes